Hi guys, and welcome back to the Library of Alexandria. The first video on this channel since the last time I did Jeopardy in like January. So I know I said don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. You definitely should not have called it a comeback because I did not sustain my channel production that I had in January. But we're back for an episode of Jeopardy. Here we have Amanda, Brian, and Kim. I'm going to have them introduce themselves, starting with Amanda, a.k.a. authorial sensation, Anya Dillon.
Hey, everybody. I'm super excited to be on Jeopardy. I think Alan invited me like a year ago, and it's finally happening. You can find videos of mine on the channel Shelf Unstable from like 2021. And
you can also buy her book, Severed Echo.
You can. The sequel is currently being written.
Nice. All right, Kim.
All right. Yeah, I'm Kim, also known as K-Fox in various internet spaces. You can also find channels or videos on my channel from 2021. So I had those at one time.
I'll tell you what you won't find on Kim's channel. A completion video on Dragon Age: The Veilguard.
Yeah, that is accurate. That is accurate. I still haven't finished it.
And finally,
it's me. I'm Brian. My channel is Belltube. I am not currently working on the sequel to my first book because there hasn't been a first book. So I've been off the booktube space for about a month. This is the longest I've been away for 2.5 years, and I'll be returning with new videos next week. So I'm excited to be here. I have set up a shrine to the late, great Alex Trebek in the hopes that he may help me out.
Nice.
I'm doubtful. I don't think it's going to work. I don't know how to summon Alex, but hey, try.
So guys, today on Jeopardy, we're being sponsored by our old sponsor. They were mad that we kept muscling them out by these big dogs like Disney. Zaxby's Big Zax Snack. Yes. It's now incredibly expensive, but you get 3 chicken tenders, Texas toast, and fries, all for I think like $10.99 now. But Big Zax Snack, they need some advertisement, especially since Popeyes came out with that one-piece bento box. And so Zaxby's is trying to stay in the competition by sponsoring this incredibly, incredibly popular worldwide sensation, Book Jeopardy. So, guys, all you need to do, please, in the comments, we love that people play along. You can say, "Ooh, I know this. Ooh, I got it." Don't type the answer in the comments, please. That's all I ask. Don't type the answer in the comments. Feel free to be like, "Ooh, I got it," or ooh, terrible question, Alan, or "Ooh, man, love that one." That's fine, because really, I'm the winner here with the questions. I have one question that is guaranteed. There's a 0% chance of anybody here on this panel getting it. There might be like 2 people in the chat that will get it, but no one's gonna get it. No, and I'm prepared. Look, I put it in because it makes me chuckle, but no one's gonna get it. I'm just letting you know.
I would like that question for $1 million.
Look,
I'm also impressed there's only one.
I mean, there might be other ones that no one's gonna get, but there's one.
I'm sure there are many that none of us are getting.
Hey, look, Zaxby's is I'm being sponsored by them, but Zaxby's is like Raising Cane's. Raising Cane's should sponsor this show because I had Raising Cane's for the first time like last month or beginning of the month, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and it was better than Zaxby's. So, whoop.
Zaxby's, in case you're watching live, he didn't mean that.
That's true.
We love Zaxby's. Every time I'm in the panhandle of Florida in the central time zone, the first and last place I stop is Zaxby's.
Brian doing the work for me. All right, guys. So here we go. I rolled the die before we started. Brian is going to begin choosing one of these categories in the Jeopardy round. And we've got YA. I'm sure everyone's just excited.
Yeah.
We've got crossword clues N. We've got offbeat summaries. So it's not like bad summaries because that's different kind of, but it's like, this is not really how you would summarize this book. Just I don't know. Just go with it. We have Stumpers from the Vault, perhaps showing up in the Jeopardy round, and then finally, Belltube. Yes. Belltube. So, Brian, you choose first.
Well, I mean, it'd be too obvious, so I won't go obvious. I'm going to go the crossword N for 200.
All right,
please.
crossword clues N for 200. Hold on. I'm going to remember.
Belltube's a category.
Crossword clues N for 200. Here we go. Remember, all your responses will start with the letter N, and I'm going to give you the amount of letters the correct response is. So, 6 letters. Peter, Susan, Edmund, and Lucy often find themselves on adventures in this magical land behind the...
Wait, I can't buzz in early. Sorry. That was me.
Wardrobe. So everyone buzzed in too early. So I'm going to give it to Amanda, who buzzed in too early.
What is Narnia?
Narnia is correct. Guys, we literally talked about this backstage.
I thought you were done.
Me too.
All right. Amanda gets it. It is Narnia for 200.
For slow buzzing.
Happened.
Oh,
all right.
It's good to know I'm behind everyone on the buzz.
All right, Amanda. Here we go. Your choice. Whoa.
Ooh.
Got to reset the buzzer.
Hey, Brian, didn't I say you wait till I start reading the question to tell me that?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Can I have Stumpers from the Vault for 1,000?
What on earth? All right. Stumpers from the Vault for 1,000.
I have a strategy, okay?
All right. Going big money here. Stumpers from the Vault for 1,000. Now I will clear the buzzer. Bollocks. No, I won't. All right. Here we go. Stumpers from the Vault for 1,000. This is from the category scrapped rhyming titles. In her original draft of perhaps the most famous mystery of all time, Agatha Christie, I need to stop and tell you what this is, just real quick. I'm replacing one word of an actual title with a word that rhymes with it. This book does not exist, but there is a title to a book, and I'm going to replace one word of it with a word that rhymes. All right. In her original draft, perhaps the most famous mystery of all time, Agatha Christie gathers 10 Buddhist monks to a creepy island where nobody has any chance to meditate. Amanda.
What is and Zen there were none?
And Zen there were none. Then becomes Zen because they are Buddhist monks. And Zen there were none. Brilliant, Amanda. Brilliant. Love to see it. All right.
Thank you. I got it the first time I saw it too.
Did you really? Good for you.
I did.
Here we go.
Let's keep going up with perhaps 800. No, sorry, Stumpers.
Stumpers for 8?
Yeah.
Okay,
please.
Stumpers for 8. Here we go. This is from protagonists by title, meaning I'm going to give you the title of a book, and you're going to tell me it's protagonist. This is all the way from episode 2, season 1, episode 2 of Jeopardy. Speaker for the Dead. Speaker for the Dead. This is by Orson Scott Card. It is the same protagonist as from Ender's Game, Ender Wiggin. All right, still Amanda. Are we doing Stumpers again?
Yes, please. Stumpers. 6.
Stumpers for 6. Here we go. Stumpers for 6. This is from Perhaps, an old stumper from Perhaps. You've just killed Jimmy the Wrench, Nicky Two Toes, and Little Keith, and the cops are already on their way. But the grave you've dug will only hold 2 of them, perhaps. You've just killed Jimmy the Wrench, Nicky Two Toes, and Little Keith, and the cops are already on their way. But the grave you've dug will only hold 2 of them, perhaps. Boop, 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 boop. This is the 3-body problem. You have 3 bodies.
Oh, God.
But only 2 will fit in the grave. So that's a problem.
That's an excellent question.
All right.
All right, I'm done with this category. Let's do crossword N for 1,000, please.
Crossword N for 1,000. All right, here we go. Crossword end for 1,000. Crossword clues end. 13 letters. 13 letters. Daniel Barnett's Nightfall, also starting with N, is the first book in these chronicles, a place where I assume bad dreams are common. 13 letters. Daniel Barnett's Nightfall, also starting with N, is the first book in these chronicles, a place where I assume bad dreams are common. Oh, Amanda.
What is Nightmare Land?
Nightmare Land is correct at the buzzer for 1,000. Dang. All right. Next.
Let's do Perhaps for 1,000.
Yes. Hold on. Let's make sure. Like, whoa. You want to do Perhaps for 1,000.
Now I don't. Now I want to do Perhaps for 200.
Okay, you can do that Perhaps for 1,000 if you want.
No, not anymore.
Okay, 200.
You had a look. I'm reading something. I'm
just saying.
back away slowly.
Okay. All right.
Perhaps 200.
We'll start slow with Perhaps for 200. Here we go.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Can we get a buzzer clear too?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
This is okay. Title of the terrible, terrible back half of Death Note, perhaps. The title of the terrible, terrible back half of Death Note, perhaps. If you have never seen Death Note, this will do you no good. So, the main character in Death Note, his name is Light Yagami. So, the back half of Death Note is where he meets his end. So, Fall of Light by Steven Erikson. Fall of Light by Steven Erikson.
That was the 200 question?
Yeah. I mean, if you've seen Death Note and like Steven Erikson, it would be easy. So,
Gotcha.
Look, it's
All
not
right.
1,000. All right, what do you want?
I want Perhaps for 1,000 now. Now that I've
God.
seen.
Okay,
what's
perhaps
going
for
on.
1,000. Okay.
Let's get it out of the way.
All right, perhaps for 1,000. All right, guys. So, there's a 0% chance anybody gets this. But
Is
I'm
this
going to
the
let you
one?
know, this book is not out yet. All right, that's the only hint I can give you. This book is to be published. That's the only hint I can give you. This book is not out yet. Here we go. What Mario tells his brother to get during one of Luigi's incessant panic attacks, perhaps. What Mario tells his brother to get during one of Luigi's incessant panic attacks, perhaps. That's okay. Boop, boop, boop. Mario tells Luigi to get Agrippa. Agrippa. Future book by Robert Harris. Historical fiction about Marcus Agrippa. Get Agrippa.
I was going to say a Xanax
Alan.
prescription, but yeah,
I
I'm
was
glad
like,
I
chill
saved
pill?
$1,000.
Luigi, get Agrippa.
Oh
Right,
my
no more
God.
Perhaps.
Guys, I wrote that last month, and I was like, it's too far away. Or not last month. I wrote it in January. I'm like, oh, Agrippa's too far away. But now, it's like 3 months out. Doesn't matter. It's my favorite one. All right. So that was terrible. That's okay.
Yeah, let's go to summaries for 1,000.
You want perhaps? All right.
No.
All right.
I
Summaries for
should have
1,000?
started with Belltube.
Summaries for 1,000.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Offbeat summaries for 1,000. Here we go. All right. Hold on. I need to read people's reactions to my amazing. All right. You tell me the book. Much of the action is set in motion when one character catches a cold after arriving on horseback, prolonging a visit and several awkward social encounters. Kim.
What is Pride and Prejudice?
It is Pride and Prejudice.
All right.
All right.
I'll do the next one for summaries, 400.
Summaries. You mean 200? That was 1,000.
Oh, that was 1,000. What? Wow. Okay. Then I'll just do 800 then.
Okay, 800. All right, here we go. 800 offbeat summaries. Here we go. This novel largely follows a man attending a funeral, thinking about advertising, and making sure he gets lunch during a single day in Dublin. This novel largely follows a man attending a funeral, thinking about advertising, and making sure he gets lunch during a single day in Dublin. Boop, boop, boop. This is Ulysses by that horrible man, James Joyce. All
right. Let's just do the same category for 600.
What is this backwards thing? Amanda, you've started a... all right. Offbeat. All right, here we go. Much of this novel consists of a housekeeper recounting past events on the Yorkshire moors to a tenant, including reports of a ghost in a window. Much of this novel consists of a housekeeper recounting past events on the Yorkshire moors to a tenant, including reports of a ghost at a window. Ooh. Boop, boop, boop. Wuthering Heights.
Oh, I was going to say that.
I knew it, but I was too scared.
Ooh. Now, guys, now's the time to be bold. Well, the point values are low.
Okay. 400 for the same category.
All right, 400. Here we go. Told through letters, journals, and recordings, this novel often feels like a group project where everyone is just trying to keep their notes on a nocturnal aristocrat organized. Brian.
What is Dracula?
That is Dracula. And Brian's on the board. All right, Brian.
Well, I think I learned my lesson. I'm going for Belltube for 600.
There we go. And Bell is in quotes.
Yep. Oh, I didn't know that.
Did you say 600?
Sure. Yeah. I didn't know Bell was in quotes.
Ryan, you thought this was about your channel?
Yes.
Ryan, that's not fair.
That was the only way I had a chance against Amanda and Kim.
Look, all right, here we go. All right, for 600.
Hang on, you got to clear the buzzer. There you go.
In one of the best war novels of all time, Hemingway charts the journey of Robert Jordan, not the Wheel of Time guy, an American attached to a guerrilla unit in the Spanish Civil War. Brian.
What is for whom the bell tolls?
That is correct. By a hair. All right.
I'm going to go with Belltube for 800.
All right, Belltube for 8. Here we go. Poe is heard here in this titular poem, while the something that oversprinkle all the heavens seemed to twinkle with a crystalline delight, keeping time in a sort of runic rhyme to the tintinnabulation that so musically wells. Oh, that's the stars. Poe is heard here in this titular poem, while the stars that oversprinkle all the heavens seem to tumble with a crystalline delight, keeping time in a sort of runic rhyme to the tintinnabulation that so musically wells. This is Edgar Allan Poe's The Bells. The Bells. Simply The Bells.
Sad for me. I will take Belltube for 1,000.
Belltube for 1,000. Hang on. I gotta make sure I can read my handwriting. Okay. All right. This memoir by Jean-Dominique Balbi is miraculous because it was written while he suffered from locked-in syndrome after a massive stroke. This memoir by Jean-Dominique Balbi is miraculous because it was written while he suffered from locked-in syndrome after a massive stroke. Boop, boop, This book is called The Diving Bell and the Butterfly. The Diving Bell and the Butterfly. And our literature and film teacher makes the seniors watch this movie, the movie of this book, every year.
I did not go to that high school.
Wow.
I'm going to go with Belltube for 400. We're going to try to get rid of this cat.
Look, you're the one that's at the bottom. You're the one that's at the bottom of the score.
I was trying to find Amanda's strategy. Look how good she is at this.
All right, here we go. The 1,000-yard stare and bland personality of this Stephenie Meyer main character allowed readers everywhere to put themselves in her shoes, even while courting vampires and werewolves. Amanda.
It was Bella Swan.
Bella Swan is correct. Bella Swan is correct. All right, Amanda. Do you want to go back?
Now let's just close out Belltube.
All right.
Exactly. Jimmy will love that.
All right, here we go.
Shut down Belltube.
Yes.
All right.
Ooh, can we get a buzzer clear? Thank you.
This Sylvia Plath novel chronicles the mental breakdown of Esther Greenwood as she slips deeper into insanity. Kim.
What is the bell jar?
The bell jar is correct. Do you want to go to perhaps?
I want to finish off summaries.
All right. All right, here we go. Finishing off offbeat summary. I have got to write slower. This novel repeatedly pauses its narrative of aristocratic life during Napoleon's campaigns to argue that historians misunderstand how major events happen. This novel repeatedly pauses its narrative of aristocratic life during Napoleon's campaigns to argue that historians misunderstand how major events happen. There's only one novel I know that takes place during Napoleon's campaigns. War and Peace. War and Peace. War and Peace.
I didn't know it took place then.
Well, someone is showing their lack of reading War and Peace.
I really don't know classics a lot.
Oh, well.
I'm too scared to lose money, so I'm too scared to buzz.
I hear you. Do you want to go to perhaps?
Yes, let's go to perhaps.
For how many?
For 400.
All right, good. Love to see it. All right. Okay. Maybe you'll get this. Maybe anybody will get this. Primus Weir, perhaps. Weir spelled V-I-R. Primus Weir spelled V-I-R. There's going to be people in the chat who should know this and aren't going to know it because they should. All right. Beep, 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 beep. So, Primus Weir is how you would say first man if you were in Rome. First man in Rome. My read-along book from January.
I don't follow the channel.
I know. No. That is what Jeopardy's about. All right. Kim,
All right. The next perhaps.
Yes. Here we go. 600. All right. Listen close. Whose head Narcissus finds in the basket below the guillotine when he goes looking for his lost suitor, perhaps? Whose head Narcissus finds in the basket below the guillotine when he goes looking for his lost suitor, perhaps? I cannot tell you how happy I am right now. Beep, beep, beep. I'm so happy right now. Whose head he finds is severed Echo's head. Severed Echo's. Echo's head has been severed because it got cut off.
I'm honored and also angry.
That was just for you, Amanda.
Thank you.
All right. K Fox, you want to finish out this wonderful category?
Yes.
All right, guys, here we go. Y'all aren't going to get this.
I wish they said that on actual
Problem is,
Jeopardy.
you have to engage in the same pop culture that I have to understand. Anyway, Master Shake, Frylock, and Meatwad's cantankerous neighbor plays a particularly combat-heavy session of a tabletop RPG, perhaps. Master Shake, Frylock, and Meatwad's cantankerous neighbor plays a particularly combat-heavy session of a tabletop RPG, perhaps. Okay. So those three are from the show Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
I knew that.
And their
I don't know
neighbor,
who the neighbor is.
it has a wife beater. His name is Carl. This don't matter. None of this matters. And when you play D&D and there's a lot of combat, they call that a dungeon crawl. So this is Dungeon Crawler Carl.
If you could have come up with,
Where you going? You haven't finished urinating on all of my house yet. Oh,
if you could have come up with a more obscure way to have a dungeon crawler Carl answer,
Look,
I don't think it could be possible.
Guys, listen. Perhaps isn't for you.
It's not.
It's not for you. It's for me.
I still enjoyed not knowing any of them.
Look, Agrippa. Get the
Agrippa.
I can get them pretty often when I'm watching Jeopardy, but that's because I can pause. and,
Yeah.
like,
Look,
churn.
Amanda. It was severed echo.
Severed echo.
I don't know
All
who
right.
Echo is.
Echo is the nymph
Narcissus
that was in love with
beloved.
Narcissus.
Now you know.
It's from mythology.
Yeah, that's my weak spot.
Kim, no one's got a question in ages.
Crossword clue in for 400.
There you go. That's likely to yield a right answer, not stumpers from the vault. All right, here we go. 7 letters. A bumbling coward for most of the series, this character, however, wins the award for biggest glow up in the Harry Potter movies. Amanda.
Who is Neville?
Neville is
Longbottom.
correct. Neville is correct.
Didn't buzz in fast enough.
I always want to say Neville Chamberlain, and that's not right. It's Longbottom.
Let's keep going with N for whatever is left.
6 or 8.
Oh, 8, please.
Okay. All right. 9 letters. 9 letters. 9 letters. This wise old leader of the Rats of Nim agrees to help Mrs. Brisby move her home out of respect for her dead husband. This wise old leader of the Rats of Nim agrees to help Miss Brisby move her home out of respect for her dead husband. If it helps, the husband's name is Jonathan. Boop, boop, boop. It did not help. This is from Secret of Nim, and his name is Nicodemus. His name is Nicodemus. Amanda, do you want the last crossword clues in?
Yes, please. No.
Amanda, you've drawn the daily double. You have 3,000 money. You can wager some or all of that 3,000 money.
Wager it all.
I'm going to wager 1,000.
1,000. All right, 1,000 on crossword clues and 6 letters. The 9 men who succumbed to Sauron's rings of power, also known as the Ring Wraiths.
The Nazgul. What are
Nazgul's
the
correct.
Nazgul?
Nazgul's correct. Nice job.
Thank
Put you at 4,000. All right. We've
you.
got YA and Stumpers from the Vault left.
Oh, God.
Let's get Stumpers for 4.
Stumpers for 4. All right. Okay. All right. This is from Origins of the Expanse, a category that was from like the 7th episode that 0 people got right. So I keep recycling these in Stumpers for the Vault. In fact, the last time I had Stumpers for the Vault, 2 ago, I used one from this category and no one got it either. So maybe we'll see. The ashes of one novel are named for this ancient city, whose blue Ishtar gate was a marvel of the ancient world. The ashes of one novel are named for this ancient city, whose Amanda?
What is Babylon?
Babylon is correct. When I was copying this down, I was like, I should have written Hanging Gardens, but I couldn't change the question, so it is Babylon.
My problem was I kept thinking N words and stuff.
Oh no, we're not. Where about Bengo? Oh, there it is. What was that for? 400. All right. Do you want to finish Stumpers?
Yes, please.
Okay. This, I think, is all the way from like episode 1. No, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe. The category is trope talk. You will name the trope being described here. Vin and the Lord Ruler have a summer fling. Kim?
What is enemies to lovers?
That is correct. Enemies to lovers, correct.
How did I get out buzzed? Oh,
It happened. You're ping.
I-
You're latency.
I'm latesies.
All right. Okay. So it's YA. Where do you want to start, Kim?
Oh my God.
Let's just start at 200.
Start at 200. All right.
I hope it's.
Brian, did you just mumble? Oh God.
I did.
All
I
right.
haven't read a YA book.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. What was part of your training, Amanda?
I think Babylon's Ashes. He was
Nice.
putting me on like series so I could do book math.
Mm. Nice job. All right. Oops. All right, here we go. Shia LaBeouf played Stanley in this book about a boys' detention camp where the kids dig all day, every day. Amanda.
What is Holes?
Correct.
Just watched that movie. I'm tired of this
YA
story,
for
Mom.
how much?
Oh, sorry, 1,000.
You crazy. All right. Here we go. In this stellar Lois Lowry novel, 2 10-year-olds grapple with life in Nazi-occupied Denmark, where one girl tries to hide her Jewish friend with her own family. Kim?
What is Number of the Stars?
It is Number of the Stars. I read that in the 4th grade.
Me too, I think.
Put a 4th grader in
But it made an
2026.
impression on me. Like, I still remember there's a part where she's like rips off her Star of David and is holding it so tight that it like bleeds in her hand or something like that. Yeah.
Would a 4th grader in 2026 read Number of the Stars? Like
I'm just personally glad that the one Jewish person on this panel has no clue.
well, what do you want? You want 4, 6, or 8, Kim?
4.
All right, 4. Here we go. This YA novel from the 60s, narrated in first person by Ponyboy, has been made into a movie in the 80s and most recently into an award-winning Broadway musical. Amanda?
What is The Outsiders?
It is The Outsiders. 6 or 8?
8.
All right, here we go. This titular character of a series of books from the early 20th century has a boy genius in all kinds of sci-fi adventure scenarios and features lines like, "This coffee needs more sugar," he said bitterly. Amanda?
What's Artemis Fowl?
It is not Artemis Fowl.
Oh,
Anyone else? So these books are from like the 20s.
oh,
Tom Swift. Swift.
wrong era.
He this coffee needs more sugar, he said bitterly, is known as a Tom Swifty. Because get it? Because if your coffee needed more sugar, it would be bitter. That's a Tom Swifty. Fun fact.
I would like recent
Everyone learns
lesson
on
books for 600, please.
Everyone learns. Everyone learns on Jeopardy. Look, I was gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna have a Discworld category, and then I'm like, what if I just handed that category to Kim? So I did. All right, here we go. Last question of the Jeopardy round. This series of young adult books by K.A. Applegate is about a group of teenagers who gain bestial forms to combat the alien Yeerks. Amanda, barely.
What is Animorphs?
Animorphs indeed. It is the Animorphs indeed. All right. So at the end of the Jeopardy round, and remember, guys, anything can happen in Final Jeopardy where the point values are doubled. Amanda's leading with 4,800. Kim is not far behind with half her score, 2,400. And Brian has a respectable 1,000. Brian, you will be choosing first in the double Jeopardy round. So,
well, we saw how well that did in the single.
And we want to make sure that we shout out today's sponsors, Zaxby's and Big Zax
Zaxby's,
where for $10.99 you can get 3 succulent chicken tenders, seasoned fries, and some. It's kind of wet Texas toast because it's one of the styrofoam things. By the time you get it, it's really wet. But yeah, thanks Zaxby's, friend of the channel. All right, so
hydrate yourself with Texas toast.
Talk about who you think's going to win. Talk about who you're rooting for. What categories are going to appear in Double Jeopardy, and then prepare for the Double Jeopardy round as I erase these and write new ones.
Better be some alternate rhyming titles in there.
What, scrap rhyming titles?
Yeah, alternate rhyming titles. That'd be even more confusing.
I would like to apologize to all of my fans and viewers for my horrible Jeopardy round performance. Rest assured, I plan to double the horribleness in Double Jeopardy.
So the way that I choose categories is once I write categories, I put them all on a randomizer, and I basically the first 6 that are chosen on my wheel are the ones that go in regular Jeopardy, and the other 6 go in Double Jeopardy. I then spin the wheel to determine which categories. None of it's just picked. Which categories have the daily doubles, and then once I know that, I then randomly pick a number 1 through 5 with the number generator to decide which of them has the daily double. So there's neither rhyme nor reason to where things appear. It is all random.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I got to work on my buzzer buzzing skills. There's a few in there I actually knew.
Pro tip for using the buzzer in your browser.
Yeah.
There's a big X in the corner with that.
Oh, so you turn the window off and then you log back in to the buzz-in, and then...
No, you don't need to do that. You don't need to log back in.
You don't even need to log back in.
You just close the buzzer.
So you just hit your space bar in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Got it. Perfect.
Guaranteed to be first.
So you've heard it here first, folks. I'm guaranteed to make up that $3,800 difference. You know, is there a third place prize, like a lifetime supply of chicken tenders?
I don't think there's even a first place.
Perhaps.
There is. You do.
Oh, there is.
Winning. So what happens? All contestants get for playing get a $5 Amazon card. And then
that's nice.
I buy the winner something off of their Amazon list. If you're Pete and refuse to have an Amazon list, I can't help you. So
I'm not Pete. I don't think Kim's Pete.
I'm very close to Pete.
I literally have no idea what this category is. Like, I have abbreviated at the bottom of the cards, and I don't know what it is. Oh, never mind.
They didn't let me out of the commune to be Pete.
And then finally,
so if third place can maybe get like a barbecue sauce and a sweet and sour sauce from Zaxby's, that would be cool. I mean, just like a single serve, not like lifetime supply.
A pack of sauce.
just like, you know, one container of sweet and sour sauce and one container of barbecue sauce. I mean, if that's too rich for their blood, I think I'll go with the sweet and sour.
Brian, what are people saying in the comments?
I don't have it on because.
Never mind. Kim, what are people saying in the comments? Who are people
oh wait, yeah, dude.
See. Who are people rooting for? Let's see. I'm trying to see if anybody has said.
No one said anything.
Not about who they're rooting for.
All right.
Anitha asked what I'm drinking. It's like a sparkling water, vitamin water, sparkling.
See, exactly. All these people that are so kind and forgiving for me not knowing YA.
Look, that's fair.
Oh, Pete's rooting for me. Marcus is rooting for Brian.
Did you need to go to the restroom, Amanda?
Nah.
Okay.
Thanks,
singling me out, though.
J-Bucks.
All right, guys. Here we go. So there will be two daily doubles up in there. All right. So Brian will choose first from these categories. All right. First, we've got sci-fi. Sci-fi.
Okay.
Doctor. Animals. 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 Book math. Book
Damn it.
math. So book math works. I'll explain it later. Starting somewhere, and then finally, scrapped rhyming titles. Scrapped rhyming titles. So, book math. Sometimes book math is, if I say a series, how many long the series is the number. If I say a book in the series, that's that number. None of these questions have that. Instead, all of the things are in titles. All of the numbers are in titles. When you do book math, I do not want to hear about order of operations. Do not sit here and talk to me about parentheses. It goes in order of what I read.
Here.
You will perform the orders of operations in the order I read them to you. So if it's something minus something times something, don't do the times first. Do the something minus something, and then whatever the difference of that, you would then times by the next one. All right. So if you come to me like, well, parentheses, I'll hit you. Like I will just ignore you and give it to somebody else. Starting somewhere is I name. What am I doing? I name a book, and you tell me who wrote it. I name someone's first book, and you tell me the author. I name the first book ever written by the author, and you tell me the author. Hang on one second. I have to go. Sorry. Another commercial break brought to you by Zaxby's. I have to go see what the crying child wants. Maybe he'll need a Big Zax snack. Got an angry toddler? Big Zax snack will perk him right up.
No, with extra sweet and sour sauce. Belltube signature barbecue sauce. And honey mustard. I know some of you out there are wondering, but Brian, you've left off the honey mustard sauce. I didn't. I waited for this special commercial break to tell you honey mustard sauce is back.
It looks like
Limited
Kim's
time only.
eating the honey mustard sauce.
I froze. Why is my screen freezing?
I don't know, but you sound fine.
Okay. I don't know why this has been doing this lately. I think my camera might be going by the way of my channel. The Edmund Fitzgerald.
Anita asks what we are reading right now. Oh, Infinite Jest. Okay.
Infinite Jest.
Oh, God. I'm reading something similar, although you can't. I'm reading Shield of the Mothership by J.C.M. Byrne.
All right, we've got a surprise guest.
No, you don't.
We've got a surprise guest. You want to wave? Can you wave?
Hey, Addie. Are you going to beat us all?
Definitely me.
Okay. You want to go back on the floor? You want to go back on the floor? Okay, bye. Whoa.
Bye.
Sit down there with Grover and Elmo. All right, here we go.
My camera is like freezing, but as long as my audio is fine.
As long as your audio is fine, it does not matter. You're
okay.
good. All right, so here we go. All right, Brian.
I'm going to take sci-fi for 1,200 now.
Sci-fi for 1,200. You mad men. All right. Hang on. I'm missing a card. Hang on. Okay, sci-fi for 1,200. Sorry. Oh my gosh, we need professionals on this show. All right, here we go. In this series, Set in the far, far future, the Imperium of Man uses 7-foot-tall space marines to enforce its theocratic will, traveling through space using the Astronomicon. Ryan.
What is Warhammer?
Yes. What is Warhammer 40K? Yes. Good job. So, again, Double Jeopardy, anybody's game. I hear you, buddy. You waving those cards around? All right. So that was 1,200. You're now within striking distance to K-Fox.
Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
I will go sci-fi 1600.
Where's my eraser? What? Okay. 1600. Okay, here we go. Sci-fi 1600. I hear you, bud. All right.
Yeah, there we go.
In this 1959 Vonnegut novel, humans are manipulated into assisting a stranded island on this huge moon of Saturn. In this 19... Amanda?
What are the Sirens of Titan?
Yeah, that's correct.
Sirens of Titan.
Yeah, you just need a Titan, but nice. Like knowing the whole title is more impressive.
Wow, I just listened to that book. Okay.
Did you really?
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
6 months ago, yeah. But I was thinking Sirens, not Titan.
I think that's why I said the whole thing, because I was like,
Yeah.
Sirens on the moon of Saturn.
All right, Amanda, you can choose.
Let's keep going with sci-fi for 2000.
Sci-fi for 2000. Nice throw, bud. All right, here we go.
Ooh, buzzer.
In another 2026 sci-fi not yet released, Richard Swan leaves behind the world of Sova for a future under the control of the fascist Eternal Father. In another 2026 sci-fi new release or yet to be released, Richard Swan leaves behind the world of Sova for a future under the control of the fascist Eternal Father. Boop, 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 boop. This is The Infinite State, out in August. First book in the Decurion saga. All right, Amanda?
What is it, 800? Yeah, sci-fi 800.
Oh, come on.
This is the
They're
first
out
of
of
the daily
reach.
doubles.
No.
First of the daily doubles. How much do you want to wait? You have 6,400.
1,000.
1,000. Here we go. In this 2026 soon-to-be-released novel, a corporate samurai in space returns for one last job.
Oh, it is like Contract of Isako.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, because I don't know what else it could possibly be.
The last contract of
Oh,
Isako. The last
that's
contract.
what I meant. You know how many times I practiced that title last night, too?
That's all right. That's all right. Still in the game. Still in the game. All right. What do you want now? You want to finish sci-fi?
No. Rhyming titles for 2000.
This is the worst one. I'm just letting you know. This is the worst one. So
All right.
get ready, y'all.
Okay.
In his original version, Christopher Buhlman focuses less on plagues and demons and more on the fascination of Tomas, its disgraced knight protagonist, with the axles of an overturned cart. Amanda.
What are between two tires?
Nice job.
What is between two tires?
Nice job. Between two tires. Between two tires.
I'm telling you, this is my category. This is the one that I always, it's like I'm on an Allen wavelength when I see this category.
You've tapped into the warp space inside my brain. Between two. Atticus, why are you striking me with cards? He's throwing index cards at me. All right. What do you want now?
Yeah, same for 16.
For 1,600, scrapped rhyming titles. Remember, guys, I'm giving you a real title. I'm replacing one word with a word that rhymes with it. So this is my favorite one. This is my favorite one. All right, y'all get ready. Here we go. In this early draft of an early book, Butcher has Dresden encounter real-life celebrities, including a deadly serious singer-songwriter who, at this moment, absolutely, positively does not want to have some fun when she learns that the first cut is not, in fact, the deepest. In this early draft of an early novel, Butcher has Dresden encounter real-life celebs, including a deadly serious singer-songwriter who, at this moment, absolutely positively does not want to have some fun when she learns that the first cut is not, in fact, the deepest.
I know this.
Of course, the singer of All I Want to Do Is Have Some Fun and the first cut is the deepest is Sheryl Crow.
Yeah.
So this is Grave Cheryl. Deadly serious. Grave.
I was sitting
Cheryl.
to trying to figure out what rhymes with crow.
This is
Me
Grave
too.
Cheryl.
I thought I got Sheryl Crow and Shania Twain mixed up.
Grave Cheryl.
I was sitting here going, what rhymes with crow? Okay.
Me too. I was trying to think of all the Dresden books, so all I could think of was Stormfront, and I was like, "There's no crow in there."
Grave
Yeah.
Cheryl. Grave
It's
Cheryl.
good. It's good.
All right.
Devious.
1200.
1200.
Same category. Yeah.
All right, here we go. In their original version, James S. A. Corey's sci-fi epic was more intimate. Yes, the humans are still captured by the aliens, but rather than violence, the humans demonstrate to the aliens an unfailing trust that leavened bread will always rise when baked. In their original version, James S. A. Corey's sci-fi epic was more intimate. Yes, the humans were still captives of the aliens, but rather than violence, the humans demonstrate to the aliens. Ryan?
It has to rhyme, damn it. I was gonna say the matzah of the gods.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. I'll finish. Amanda?
What is Leviathan Bakes?
No, we've had that one before. It is
Oh.
the faith of yeasts. The faith of yeasts. Because yeasts make bread rise.
See, but I was still on my matzah thing. So there you go.
You gotta control rhyme. So that was for 12.
Oh my God, I just lost so much money.
Yeah, buddy, it was for 12. But
Brian and I going broke.
all right.
Yep.
Do you want to continue with that category?
Yes.
For 8, here we go. Scrap rhyming titles for 8. Joe Hill's original protagonist in this chonker literally never has his own pencil, never has money when they go to the food court to eat, and is always losing the loaned out PS1 games his friends give him. Joe Hill's original protagonist in this chonker literally never has his own pencil, never has any money when they go to the food court to eat, and is always losing the loaned out PS1 games his friends gave him. Beep, 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 beep. This is King Borrow. King Borrow. Because he never has his own stuff.
I was thinking about his debut novel.
This was this is literally an autobiographical clue. This was literally me when I was in high school and college. I was a terrible person.
I was trying to think of heart-shaped box. Okay. Yeah.
Brian, you gotta let go of your first response. All right, you want to finish out the category, Amanda?
Yeah, let's do it.
Here we go. All right. In yet another scrapped draft of her masterpiece, Madeline Miller has the spiciness front and center, letting everyone know exactly what this book is about. Believe it or not, it wasn't the title that got this scrapped, but the image on the cover of her hero's anatomy. Amanda.
What's the thong of Achilles?
Repeat that.
What's the thong of Achilles?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. That was the scrapped rhyming title from last episode. Kim?
What's the dong of Achilles?
The dong, we all sort of accept schlong of Achilles.
Nice.
How did
Madeline Miller out here producing gem after gem.
Spice.
Can you take this child, please? Okay, that's fine. Just he keeps turning my lights on and off, throwing cards at me.
He's just practicing his boosh.
He is. Oh my gosh, it's been forever since I done one of those. All right.
Sci-fi. Let's finish off sci-fi.
For 200? All right.
Yep.
Here we go. Sci-fi for 400. Sorry. In science fiction, robots are machines, androids are humanoid machines, but this is a human enhanced with machine parts. Brian definitely buzzed in before I was done. So, Amanda.
Was a cyborg?
Cyborg is correct. Brian, a little too fast.
I know. That's what she said.
It's a family show, Brian.
Damn it.
All right. Okay. All right, Amanda.
Let's go for animals for 1,200.
Okay. 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 So animals. I'm gonna read you a book and a character, and you tell me what kind of animal it is. That's it. That's it. Simple. Simple. Animals for what?
1,200.
1,200. Animals for 12. Animals for 12. Charlotte's Web, Templeton. Kim?
What is a rat?
A rat is correct. A rat is correct. Kim?
Let's go same category, 1,600.
All right. Animals for 16. The Wind in the Willows, the Mad Motorist Mister. The Mad Motorist Mister from The Wind in the Willows. Boop, 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 boop. This is Mr. Toad.
I knew
Mr.
it.
Toad. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
All right. Let's just go on and do animals for 2,000.
All these people, guys, in the chat that are like, oh, can't believe y'all didn't get that. They need to come on this show. Here we go. Animals. No way. There's no way. Here we go. Animal Farm, Benjamin. That was the other one. Animal Farm, Benjamin. Boop, 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 boop. Thank y'all for not being tempted to buzz in and instinctively say pig, because there's a lot of pigs in that book. This is the donkey.
I was going to say that
Benjamin's
donkey.
the donkey. All right.
Let's see. Animals for 800.
Animals for 8. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Aragog. Amanda.
What is a spider?
That is correct. Did you?
An acromantula.
Do you lose points for actualing the host?
Christina down here just went, that's not an animal. It is. It is. How would you classify it? Is it in the category plant or animalia or fungalis?
It's an animal.
That's right.
Mostly.
I'm sorry.
I just buzzed
What did
in
you call
late.
it? An arachnamantula?
Acromantula.
That's
It's
not a thing. That's not.
Yeah, it is in Harry Potter.
That's
It's fantasy world, Alan.
It's not real. All right. Do you want to finish out animals with 400, or does that disgust you?
Disgusts me.
Okay.
Let's do doctor for 16.
All right. This is doctor, in quotes. Doctor. This category comes from the fact that
I'm
every
locked out
time-
too.
Oh, okay. Every time my friend who's a director at the college for theater, every time we see each other, we go, doctor. I don't know why. Because neither one of us is doctor. Yes, Jason. Anyway, never mind being wounded in Afghanistan. This man now has to put up with a narcissist with a penchant for violin and cocaine. Kim?
Who is Watson?
prompt you.
What?
What is the category's name?
Dr. Watson?
There we go. There we go. Let's make sure. Let's make. Yeah,
Okay.
Christina's like, you shouldn't have to say doctor. The category is called doctor is in quotes. You have to. Doctor is Christina. I gave her a chance to say it. I didn't count it wrong. What was that for? 1,200? Because Amanda's crazy. Yeah, 1,200. All right. All right. Your choice.
Let's just go doctor for 1,600 then.
All right. Okay. Apparently, y'all don't have to say doctor, except that you do. So do it. All right. Here we go. All right. Doctor.
Can you clear the buzzer?
In this long-awaited King sequel, Dan Torrance must save a very special 12-year-old girl from murderous paranormals. Amanda.
Does Doctor Sleep?
Dr. Sleep is correct. See, if she had just said sleep, that wouldn't have made any sense. All right.
Animals 200. 400.
Animals for 400. Okay, that's all we have left. Animals for 400. Sci-fi's gone. All right, animals for 4. Here we go. Soul music, quoth. Kim?
What is a raven?
Yes, and that took you way too long to get. Way
It's
too
been a
long.
long time since I've read soul music.
Yes, quoth. He is a raven.
Oh, Quoth the Raven.
Yes, and he says, I'm not going to say the N-word, which is nevermore.
Folks, I don't read.
I know, Brian. You're here to get that Belltube bump.
That's right.
You're giving the show the Belltube bump.
That's
All right.
I'm just here for some Zaxby's barbecue sauce.
that's correct. Now available in honey mustard.
Kim,
Let's do doctor for 2,000.
doctor. All right, doctor. Hidden away on an island, this creepy, hideous man performs experiments crossbreeding humans and animals. Oh, everyone buzzes in, and Amanda gets it just barely.
Who's Dr. Moreau?
Dr. Moreau is correct. We got to keep it down just a little bit, buddy. Nice job. All right.
Yeah, Dr. 800.
Doctor for 8. All right. Doctor. He has my Joey wearing all of Chandler's clothes, Friends Funko Pop, and he's leaping around with it. All right. Doctor. This man, played alternately by RDJ, Rex Harrison, and Eddie Murphy, possesses the ability to speak with animals like the push me, pull you. Ryan.
Who is Dr. Doolittle?
Dr. Doolittle is correct. And Brian stays in the game. All right, Brian, your choice.
I got to see the categories again. It's been so long since I've had any say in this.
Book math and starting somewhere.
Let's try starting somewhere for 400.
All right, starting somewhere 400. Remember, I'm going to name a book, and you tell me what author's first book this is. Time to Kill. Brian?
Who is Ian Fleming?
I'm sorry, it's incorrect.
Ah,
A Time to Kill. Anybody else? I think Ian Fleming's first is Dr. No, isn't it? Isn't that the first Bond one? This is John Grisham, A Time to Kill. John Grisham. I didn't realize that was his first one. I thought The Firm was first, but The Firm was the first one that was super successful, so they re-released A Time to Kill. I'm going by the movies. The Firm, Pelican Brief, The Client, Time to Kill, which is my favorite of them.
I just went with a guess.
Oh, Casino Royale's the first one? Nice. Okay. I was incorrect. Is No the first movie? All right. So
Same category. 800.
Same category for 800. Starting somewhere. The Carpet People. Kim?
Terry Pratchett.
It is Terry Pratchett.
All right. Let's just go for 1200 with starting somewhere.
All right, starting somewhere. 1200. Fatherland. I don't expect much from the last three in this category. Fatherland. Now, Germany. That's not helpful. It is Robert Harris. Robert Harris of Conclave fame and Agrippa fame. There's the other child. He has a helmet for his cone head. All right. What we got now?
1600, same category.
You're still within striking distance of Amanda. Warrior of the Altai. Altaii. Warrior of the Altai. Thank you, Carlos. Warrior of the Altai. Get a grip. This is boop, boop, boop. This is Robert Jordan. His first novel written, published posthumously after his death in 2019.
Oh, wow.
It's true. It's a true story. You want
Was
to
it a
finish out,
slog?
Kim?
Yeah, let's just finish it out.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Typee, a peep at Polynesian life. Typee, a peep at Polynesian life. Boop, boop, boop. This is Herman Melville. I know there's a ton of Melville fans out there. All right, so we have book math. Kim?
Oh, God.
Let's just start at the top with book map. Oh, wow. Okay.
Striking distance. Striking distance.
No.
You have 6,400.
Okay.
You are 4,200 behind Amanda.
Oh, my God.
She has 10-6. How much do you want to wager in book math?
I'm going to wager.
All of it.
Yeah, sure. All of it.
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Bold. Fortune favors the bold.
Might as well.
Let's give Kim a round of applause. That's bold. I thought surely.
Queen.
There's no way. Going into a category blind without even seeing how they're going to be, you have boldly decided to roll all the dice.
I'm a very all or nothing person, so here we go.
Okay, here we go. Daisy Jones's Companions plus Bardugo's Crows times Marquez's Years of Solitude. I'll read it again. Daisy Jones's Companions plus Bardugo's Crows times Marquez's Years of Solitude.
Can you repeat it one more time just so I can make 100%
I can,
sure?
but then you need to answer. Daisy
Okay.
Jones's Companions plus Bardugo's Crows times Marquez's Years of Solitude. What's the answer?
1,200? Is it right?
That's correct. Nicely done. Nicely done. Amanda, uh-oh. Uh-oh. That puts her at
I gotta be
12.
putting them daily doubles at the very top. I'm gonna put them lower down so people aren't as confident.
Look, I told you I randomized.
Oh yeah, okay.
I'm just waiting for triple Jeopardy. Then I'll be ready
It's
to
gonna
rock.
be close. It's gonna. Oh, I'm excited. It's gonna be close. And
I
Brian,
think the triple
Brian,
Jeopardy
you
round
just need
is
to get
going to
all
be
these
my
questions,
round.
Brian, and you're in it. Get all
I
these
know.
questions, and you're in it.
Triple
Right.
Jeopardy is going to be my round.
Tim, how much money
Okay.
you want?
Just the next one down.
800. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, for everyone who didn't know, it's Daisy Jones and the Six of Crows, 100 Years of Solitude. All right, here we go. Anybody's question. The day JFK was assassinated times the grade of Bloom's titular nothing plus how many years Solomon Northup was a slave. I'll read it again. The day JFK was assassinated times the grade of Judy Bloom's titular nothing plus how many years Solomon Northup was a slave. So the title, JFK Assassinate 11/22/63. So 22 times Tales of the Fourth Grade Nothing. That gives us 88. Plus 12 Years a Slave, 100. 100. Anita, Anita, like for the 8th time, like that's an old person book. And Taipei, A Peep at Polynesian Life. Anita, how about that one? All right. 12, 16, or 20?
12.
Sherlock's sign times the total number of readied players minus Shakespeare's knight. Sherlock's sign times the total number of readied players minus Shakespeare's knight.
I think I know this.
Boop, 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 boop. Sherlock's sign of 4 times Ready Player 1 plus Ready Player 2, so times 3 is 12, minus Shakespeare's 12th night, 0. 0.
I literally had everyone wrong.
16
I was gonna.
16
My
is
answer
12.
would have been 224. Okay.
Yeah, 16.
A Space Odyssey minus way too many Dalmatians divided by a slaughterhouse. A Space Odyssey minus way too many Dalmatians divided by a slaughterhouse. Brian?
I'm gonna say, what is 1980?
No.
Of
No.
course, not
I
even
don't even know
close.
how you did a
1980. I would actually like to
Amanda,
change my answer
Brian,
to
no,
1980.80.
Amanda?
520. What is 520?
It is not 520.
What? What did I do wrong here?
That was
552.
hold on. What was that? 1600. Oh, all right.
Am I out of Final Jeopardy? Oh my god!
Oh crap, Brian. Yes, you're out of Final Jeopardy now. You went to the negatives.
Damn it! How
All
far
right.
am I away? How negative am I?
Okay, so beep, 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 beep. A Space Odyssey, 2001. Everyone got that one. Minus 101 Dalmatians.
Got that.
So that means 1900. Divided by Slaughterhouse 5. 380. 380.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! My calculator did order of operations.
I divided incorrectly.
The last question of the Double Jeopardy round. It's going to be an exciting Final Jeopardy.
Isn't there another doctor question? Doctor
There is. You're right. It's sitting over there. Kim, do you want 400 doctor or do you want well remembered, Amanda, or do you want math for 2000?
Let's finish up math.
No one's going to get it, and I'm going to tell you what. As soon as you're going to hear a single word that is going to tell you that no one's going to get it. It's a person's name. Here we go.
How far behind am I, by the way, in the negative?
you're negative 200. If you get doctor, you can play.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Asher's number of reasons why minus Shakespeare's humpbacked king plus the length of Phileas Fogg's journey. Put that book down. Asher's number of reasons why minus Shakespeare's humpbacked king plus the length of Phileas Fogg's journey. Beep, 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 beep. 13 reasons why minus Richard III, but I knew as soon as I said Shakespeare, I was out. So that's 10 plus Around the World in 80 Days, 90. And so our final question for 400. This man's serum was supposed to remove the evil part of man, not split them into two people in the same body. Brian.
Who is Dr. Jekyll?
Oh, Brian gets to play. There we go. That's what the fans want to see. All right. Going into Final Jeopardy, Brian has 200.
Yes.
Anybody's game. Brian, if they wager everything and you wager nothing.
I'm telling you.
Amanda is second with 9,000. And Kim is in no way safe with 12,800. The category for Final Jeopardy is alternate titles. Now remember, it's alternate titles Final Jeopardy. Final Jeopardy. So
there's no
wager. Put down, everyone wager. How much you want to wager?
I was going to say Dr. Philip Chase, but I thought of it.
All right. Now here's the question. You got your wagers. You cannot change them. All right. On honor. Here we go. All right. The question is, and I am so sorry. In search of Seward's, Seward apostrophe S, folly. In search of Seward's folly. In search of Seward's folly. Write your answers. Beep, 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 boom, boom. All right. In search of Seward's folly. Brian, show us your response.
Who is Rick Thunder?
That is not the name of a book. That is incorrect. How much did you wager?
0.
All right. That leaves you at 200. All right, Amanda. It's going to be close.
I wagered $100.
Okay. What did you wager?
$100.
Oh, sorry. What did you put? Nothing? Frowny face? Oh, that's not the right answer either. All right.
No, I don't think so.
Kim, what did you say?
I don't know what Seward is.
I said Golden Fool as just a last-ditch effort. And
that is incorrect. How much did you wager?
6,000.
So that is incorrect. So with 8,900, Amanda is the winner. Kim almost staged a comeback. Ooh, that was exciting, guys.
Wait.
So Seward's folly. Seward was the cabinet member of the United States who purchased Alaska from Russia, and he was called a fool. Seward's folly, or Seward's icebox, or polar bear, something or other. It is looking for Alaska. Looking for Alaska.
I thought we were supposed to guess the actual retail price without going over.
That is the wrong game, guys. That is so exciting. So,
I'm not in the showcase showdown. This
guys,
sucks.
look, Kim's swinging for the fences. Love to see it.
I was hoping she was going to wager everything. And so I just wouldn't
I
have
didn't
to
need to. I
answer
didn't
anything.
need to. I literally was like, this
Also,
way
she
I
said she
can
goes
get
all
second.
in.
So thank you guys for being here. Amanda is the first contestant that will enter in the new Tournament of Champions that will play the next two winners for a chance to play Mike and Ben in the Tournament of Champions. And Mike and Ben are both beast mode. So that's going to be a good game whenever it happens. At this rate, it'll be in 2 years. Hopefully it will be this year. That's what I'm hoping. So thank you guys so much.
Oh, don't forget the sponsor.
Oh yeah, sorry. Oh my gosh, Brian.
Thank you, Zaxby's.
Sponsored by Zaxby's Big Zax Snack, $10.99 for 3 meaty fingers, some seasoned fries, wet bread, and a drink. All for $10.99. Zaxby's, way better than Popeyes and Raisin Canes. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is a blast with everyone in the comments. Just remember to get the grippa and come back next time for maybe the first episode of Jeopardy that does not have, like, what would y'all do if there was a Jeopardy and perhaps was not a category? Like, I'm just gonna throw y'all for a loop one day and be like, okay, this is just, it's all just straight up book trivia. Like there's no scrap rhyming titles. There's no Sarah J. Maas books. There's no alternate titles. It's just Hugo winners.
I would just disappear into the woods and you'd never hear from me again.
The first round is 2010 through 2015 Hugo winners. And the second round is 2017 to 2021 Hugo winners. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. Anyway, no, I couldn't do it, guys.
This was awesome. Thanks for having me on.
This was so fun.
Yeah,
this was so fun.
Nice. Thanks, Simon, for that $10.99 spot. I can go fill that out for my taxes, actually, as I am self-employed here at the Library of Alexandria. Got to go fill out my $10.99 form. Thank you guys so much for joining. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank these incredible contestants for being great sports. And, we'll see you next time. TBD when the next one is, guys. I don't even remember who my next 3 contestants are. Theoretically, I have them. Anitha/Evie/Pete. If you remember who they are, please let me know. Otherwise, I gotta find a pool of contestants. All right. Bye, everyone.